Right, folks, good morning. Billy here. Let's cut to the chase. Let's get out. Let's get something sorted. None of the fancy intros or the nonsense. Hello, everybody. Right, let's get straight to it. Now, what I'm trying to do is develop a style onto the bits and pieces I'm making, and I'm going to show you all. These are all still beginner projects, not a problem. Beginner, hobbyist projects, whatever. So here we go. Here's my plan. And I'll just show you what my plan is. And there you go. Oh dear, no idea. Right, so I've got some bits of 8x1 pine, and I'm going to use a few little bits of scrap that I've got behind me there. So I've got a plan in my head what I want to do. Now, this is it's a basic piece of furniture, but I'm going to put like my spin on it. What I'm trying to do with everything that I make now is I'm trying to develop like a style, my brand, whatever you call it. So if somebody sees my thing, they'll know it's mine. Now, it's very early days with it all, and I've got to get my quality right. Everything's practice. Pine's all about practicing for me, but what I'm finding out with pine is you can make some really nice things. It's a really nice wood in its own right. I know it's a soft wood, but it's a really nice wood. And this project, in the end, when it turns out, you want to see it. I mean, I love it. You might disagree with me. Some people will absolutely love it, but honestly, I find it one of the best projects I've made so far on these videos, just because of the simplicity in it and the actual how it finished and how it come out and its function. Great if you're upgrading your furniture. Now, when I think, and I get these ideas for bits of home decor and bits of furniture. Being an antiques dealer, I always look at design of how the old lot used to make it years ago, the functionality, the build behind it, how they used to do it, and they used to make some stupidly good designs, really nice bits of furniture. And if I can put some of them design elements back into sort of modern day stuff, I'm more than happy with that, and hopefully that'll make sort of like our ancestors proud. I know that sounds sort of crazy, and no, I'm not on anything. I'm not, I know I'm waffling on about something I shouldn't be waffling on about really, but no, I'm not on anything. I'm just sort of getting carried away with myself. This is sort of like the passion I've got for woodworking. I absolutely love it. So if you're watching this video today and you want a cut list and the sizes and dimensions, drop me a DM. I'm still trying to get something organised where I can do cut lists, sketches that you can have and sort of stuff like that. I'm trying to learn a thing called SketchUp, but it's not going. I'll be honest with you, it's not going very well. I'm not good with computers, and I might actually be ditching that project because it's just not for me. When you want to throw your coffee mug through the computer screen, it's not good, is it? I'd rather just come out here, make something, and then anybody wants any dimensions and stuff, I'll send it to them. I'll write it down, then I'll sort of send it in. I don't know how you contact people on here. People, I need to start learning, don't I? I'm techno stupid, is what I am. So just be careful with your cutting here. Don't go mad with it. Nice and easy. Take it easy. No rush. No one's in a rush. And I'm just sizing the wood up. I'm going to run through the table saw here. I think the videos are sort of self-explanatory. I know I can waffle on sometimes. If I waffle on too much, just let me know. I've got a tendency, like I don't shut up sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what it is with me. I just can't shut my mouth sometimes. I don't know if you're the same. Let me know where you're all from. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's massively appreciated. Comment what you think of this project in the end. I'd love to know your thoughts, negative or positive. It doesn't really matter. The more feedback I get makes me a better woodworker, and people see them comments, and if they can relate to them comments, good or bad, and it makes them a better woodworker, that's what it's all about. So we're all in the learning, we're all learning, even whatever. So if there's any master carpenters join us, big time Charlie woodworkers, drop us a comment, let us all know what we should be doing, and give us some of your tips and hints and tips, should I say. We'd all sort of benefit from them, and you know, don't be scared to put them comments down. I'm open to all suggestions. So is there anything you want to see me in the videos doing? Is there any sort of project you want to see? If there's a project you'd like me to make, obviously not too complicated. I'm not going to make, you know, dovetail joints, this and that, and you know, I just can't do them. It's just as simple as that. I will do as this journey progresses, and as I progress with all you. You know, at some point we're all going to get really good at what we do, aren't we? And we're all going to really enjoy it. But as long as it don't take the enjoyment out of what we're doing, look at all that wood there. There is absolutely loads of sanding in this project. I couldn't believe the amount of wood I had to put up for this. You know, when I sort of thought of it in my head, I thought, oh, easy, quick project. You know, but it didn't turn out that way. And because I like this project as I was going on, the more and more I was doing it, the more and more I was liking it and getting enthralled and getting sort of suckered into it, the more I wanted to do with it and finish it and get it spot on and bang on. And it's like every project, it doesn't matter how hard you try, and I'm not bothered if you're a master carpenter or you're the best woodworker in the world, there will always be a problem with your project, and there'll always be a flaw somewhere with it. And if somebody says it's not, they're telling lies. They are, trust me. There'll be a flaw somewhere with it. So everybody makes mistakes. We're going to make a lot of mistakes, beginners and hobbyists. We're going to make loads of mistakes. But so be it. It's more about the enjoyment, getting out of the house, getting something done. And if you're like me, where you sort of like need to do something and you enjoy woodworking, and like if you've got a medical condition, something like that you can relate, you can get into and get stuck into, that takes your mind off things, it's all good, isn't it? So I'm just marking out here where I was gonna pocket all these, but I decided I wanted to make a bit of a decorative bit on the front with oak plugs, so I decided to glue, screw and plug this. I could have went in with pocket holes from behind, but I decided not to. I just wanted this look. What happened was I put some old oak up the other week, and I made some plugs out of it. It was for burning. There was nothing I could have used it for. So I just thought, you know what, I'm not wasting it. I'm going to put some plugs up. And when I put them in with the pine, it sort of contrasts it up, and it just gives it a boost. It gives it a lift. I don't know what sort of it does, but it looks really nice. It contrasts it. And this pine I've got from your supplier this time, it is really, really good quality. It's really good quality. So hats off to them. I'll put a link down to them. I mean, you're not gonna. I'm in Derbyshire. I don't know how far they sort of deliver, but they're not going to sort of deliver abroad, or I'm not sure whether they're nationwide or not. I don't think they are, but I'll put a link down to them. And if you're in the vicinity, you can have a look at their website and stuff. And I'm not sponsored by anybody, so anything I say or recommend, it's not come from the point of I'm sponsored by it. And if I ever do, I'll let you know. But there's one thing for sure, I'll be honest about anything. If something's rubbish, you'll be getting told it's rubbish, whether I'm getting paid for it or not. So that's the way. So anyway, I'm going in here now. I am using pocket holes for this. This is part of the top. Now, I could have used biscuit joints, but I haven't got a biscuit joint machine, so I'm using a pocket hole machine. Do I really need a biscuit joint? I don't think I do really. For what for the time spent using it, I don't know. If I tend to do a lot of tables, and I get like, when I put these on my website, and if people order them, and like what my plan is is all these bits I make, they're going to go on my website, and then if people want to buy anything, I can hand make them to order. Now, what people don't realise at the minute with the price of things, the price of wood is stupidly expensive. I've had sort of like comments on a different platform saying, how can you justify charging that for that? And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. The wood is stupid money at the minute. Even pine's expensive. So if you get that and you get people that are like cheapskates that don't want to pay what you think your item's worth, ignore them. You don't need them people in your life, really, do you? You don't need them. What my sort of tactic is, I make one, and then I'll photograph it up. I'll put it all over. You know, they'll be going on my website. Various selling sites will sell stuff. And if somebody buys something, that's well and good. If they don't, they don't. This is an hobby to me, but hopefully I can turn it into sort of my main job if I can sometime in the future. With a bit of luck, I can do, as long as it doesn't sort of interfere with the joy I get out of it, if that makes sense. Because that's what I love about woodworking. It takes you away from the daily grind and stress of everything. You know, if you can get that, you know, in your life where you can have a bit of sort of fun comes in different ways, doesn't it? Some people like going on holidays, some people, I don't know, like going to the pub, you know, but I like woodworking, and you know, hopefully woodworking likes me in the future, and you get a real good buzz out of it, a good kick out of it. So that's me, really. So I'm going in there with a pocket hole. Stanley there, I've had to leave him inside today because it is cold. I know he wants out, and I feel really bad, but he can see us through the window there. It's too cold for him at the minute, and I'm not subjecting him to that cold weather. He had his hair cut sort of one day last week, and I think the woman who cut his hair cut it a little bit too short. So when he's in the house, I know he's nice and warm, and he's not going to be sort of shaking. And I know I baby him a little bit, but like a child, but it doesn't matter. He's my dog sort of thing. So, and that's the end of it. So as long as he's looked after, that's the main thing. So yeah, what I've done now, I've set up memberships. I'm going to be loading stuff onto my YouTube membership thing and supers. So if you see this and you want to support the channel that way, please do so. It'll massively help. I can get some more wood in and keep on doing these videos. I'm not going to stop the videos anyway. And the sort of additional content that goes on there won't affect the content that I put on a Wednesday and a Sunday. And I'm actually thinking about putting like a bite-sized video on a Friday evening, like a 5-minute video. So basically that'll go up to sort of 3 videos, all woodworking related, and then the sort of shorts, some additional content behind the scenes, all that kind of content will go onto the membership stuff, which will be really interesting. I'm just looking at formats of what to do and put onto there. So if you want to go and join it now, you can do, and then as I'm from next week, that'll be sort of added onto there. That won't be on my main YouTube. My main YouTube is going to stay the same like this, and actually I'm going to do an extra video, so my main YouTube subscribers are all going to get additional content, and I'm going to keep the format the same for the Wednesday and Sundays, round about a 15 to 20 minute video on each. But the Friday one is going to be round about between 5 and 10 minutes, I should say, with little bite-sized sort of projects and hints and tips and all that kind of stuff, which might be interesting, it might not. I'm sure you'll all let me know. So I'm just going into the top here. I've marked it all out. I've laid out the where I'm screwing into underneath. Just take your time with this. And I'm using some Torx screws here. These are 40mm Torx screws I'm using on there. Quite like them. I found these screws on Amazon. I thought I'd give them a try. And they're actually really good. They're better than the ones I was using, to be honest. And I'll stick a link down below for them as well. And the links I do put on down below are affiliate links. I'll just get that out of the way. They are affiliate links. I don't earn much out of them, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. You don't have to go and buy from there. But it's just that stuff that I'm using. and I just thought I'd set it up and see how it goes. I don't know how it'll go. To be honest, it's a pain putting the links down, if I'm totally honest with you, but I'll put them down for you because it's nice to be nice in it. So I'm just going over here with my router. Now, I'm at it again with this router. I've got to do something because that wire there is I'm constantly looking at that wire for some reason instead of looking at the router and, you know, making sure everything's ultra safe. So I'm just pre-drilling here these slats. Now I could have just glued them and sort of pinned them, but I wanted to make, this is where I wanted to make the table a little bit more special. So I'm gluing it, screwing it, and I'm going to plug it with the oak plugs, which will contrast every slat. I know it's a lot of work, pain in the backside work, but it's actually worth it in the end. So if you see in the end, you'll see it's worth it. Now, a little bit of sanding on the top. I'm going in with 80 grit, then 120 grit, then I'll finish it off with a 150 grit. So I'm just going in here first. There's just a tiny bit of unlevelness in the middle, and there's what looks like a gap. It's not. It's actually the pine is on the edge of it. There's like it's sort of rounded over a little bit there. You can see it there. It's not a. Is it a flaw? I won't say it's a flaw. It's more character for me, but it's there. So I just want to make sure everything is ultra level on that top. Now Shelley's going in with this project, so we've decided not to stain this because I'm going for like a Scandinavian sort of finish and look to this table. It's the part of the style of what I go over. I'm going over there with a bit of. I've got this tip off another YouTuber. I think the guy's called Steve Ramsey. He's got a massive following on YouTube, and I've seen him using one of these like a brown paper bag type thing, and it actually works. It's fantastic. Try it when all is finished, and you go over it. It's smooth as silk. And here it's finished. A nice lounge coffee table. This one measures about 100 centimetres by 50 centimetres by the standard height. I'll put the dimensions down. But let me know what you think of that. I absolutely love this. My style's developing with these holes. I love it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me and be honest with me. Let me know how what you're thinking. I could have stained it. I can stain it. And when I make them to order, I can stain them. So let me know in the comments what you think. I really want to thank you all for watching. You're all amazing. And on to the next project, which will be Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Bye-bye.